Namaskar. Headlines today. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant surpasses the historic landmark of 100 million ton hot metal production. And CEO RSP inaugurates fruit orchards Ispat Phal Udyan to mark the observance of Van Mahotsav.
Enterprising endeavours of CPP3 employees lead to setting up of several records. And SAIL RSP facilitates easy accessibility of morning reports for employees with ERP system.
SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant completes first quarter of financial year 2022 with all-time best production, and SAIL Mediclaim scheme renewed.
Award function held at Shops Office of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. And SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant plans to plant more than 1 lakh saplings this year.
Sintering Plan 3 of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant surpasses the landmark of 25 million ton of sinter production. And sanitization continues in different parts of Steel Township for containing spread of the multiple wave of COVID-19.
In-house modification enhances equipment availability in oxygen plant of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant, and enforcement measures continue at SAIL RSP to boost road safety inside the steel plant.
Now the news in detail. Rourkela Steel Plant, a unit of Maharatna Company SAIL, surpassed a historic milestone of 100 million ton hot metal production on 5th July 2021, thus entering the elite club of steel industries with such a distinction. The journey that had commenced on 3rd February 1959 with the then Honorable President of India Dr. Rajendra Prasad commissioning the first blast furnace Parvati has today entered a higher orbit. In the last more than 62 years, RSP has consistently reinforced its commitment by providing one of the strongest metals available on planet Earth for use in every aspect of life and living, right from household items to infrastructure and defense applications. It is noteworthy that the last 50 million ton hot metal production was achieved in only 18 years. Moreover, the last 10 million tons of hot metal was tapped in a matter of 2 years, 8 months, while the last 1 year witnessed 4.3 million tons of hot metal, even with 2 furnace operation for few months, which conveys the resilience and very high level of commitment in the RSP collective. Mr. Deepak Chatterjee, CEO, RSP, visited blast furnace department in the morning along with top management of the plant to congratulate the collective for the remarkable achievement. A miniature of the 100 million ton monument was unveiled and a ceremonial cake was cut at the BF5 control room to commemorate the occasion. Thereafter, a helium-inflated balloon with the greetings message of 100 million ton hot metal production was also floated from the administrative building of the plant in presence of senior officers, representatives of trade unions and executive association. In the afternoon, the 100 million ton monument on the ring road between Sector 2 and Sector 3 of the Steel Township was unveiled by CEO RSP in presence of senior executives of the plant. Notably, the 4.8 meter high monument weighing 1.6 tons has been developed in-house by the skilled collective of Shops Department of RSP. Plates of various thickness produced at RSP has been used in making of the monument, which depicts the plant's 7 decades long journey of producing 100 million tons of hot metal. Congratulating Mr. Deepak Chatterjee, CEO, and the entire team for this achievement, Ms. Soma Mandal, Chairman SAIL, has said, the milestones has been crossed with the help of efforts put in by thousands of people who have contributed directly and indirectly to the growth of the steel plant, which had come up in the remote part of state of Orissa more than 60 years back. Today, the steel plant and the city of Rourkela are vibrant and brimming with confidence to reach greater heights. Applauding the historic feat, Mr. Chattaraj extended hearty congratulations to the RSP collective and exhorted them to achieve 4.5 million ton hot metal production in the current fiscal. The CEO has expressed sincere thanks to all stakeholders of RSP, including the central and state government agencies, SAIL corporate office and other units of SAIL, the local business and industry communities, suppliers, customers, contract workers, members of the media and the supporting population for being with RSP all along its journey. The CEO has also expressed gratitude to Honorable Union Minister of PNG and Steel and Chairman SAIL for their guidance and support all the times. Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED Hospital Administration, Mr. Pankaj Kumar, ED Works, Mr. S.R. Suryavanshi, ED Operations, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Projects, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED PND, Mr. C.R. Mohapatra, CGM in charge, MMN Marketing, Mr. Praveen Nigam, CGM in charge F&A, Dr. B.K. Hota, CMO in charge MNHS. Many CGMs, other senior officers of the plant were with CEO during the programs. Ispat Phal Udyan, a new fruit orchard of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant in Sector 8 was inaugurated by Mr. Deepak Chattaraj, CEO RSP on 7th July 2021 as a part of the Van Mahotsav observations. The CEO planted a mango sapling in the tree plantation program organized by the Horticulture Department at the venue. Dr. S. Sahai, DIG CISF, Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED Hospital Administration, Mr. A.K. Pradhan, ED Project, Mr. P.K. Satpathy, ED P&A, Mr. Praveen Nigam, CGM in charge F&A, Dr. B.K. Hota, CMO in charge MNHS, Mr. A.K. Naik, CGM, TA and CSR, and other senior officers of RSP present on the occasion also planted saplings. Besides, a group of employees from the Blast Furnace Department of RSP took part in the program and planted saplings to mark the momentous occasion of RSP surpassing the 100 million ton hot metal production mark. Dr. Avijit Bishash, DGM Horticulture, coordinated the program. The CEO reviewed this year's plantation plan of the horticulture unit. He reiterated RSP's commitment for a clean and green environment and emphasized upon creating awareness on plantation. 470 fruit-bearing plants of different varieties like mango, guava, chiku, custard apple, jackfruit, kaitha, amal and jamun were planted in the Udyan spread over 2 acres of land. The Town Services Department developed the land for plantation while the Town Engineering Civil Department installed the barbed wire fencing for the protection of the saplings. Public Health Unit contributed to the development of the plantation area. It is worth mentioning here that so far RSP has planted more than 51 lakh trees in and around Rourkela, thereby creating a girdle of green in this region. In the current year, the steel plant has plans to undertake plantation of 1.5 lakh saplings at different locations of the steel plant as well as the steel township to expand and intensify the canopy of green.
The enterprising endeavours of the employees of Captive Power Plant 3 have helped the department to register some spectacular achievements. The all-time records of average monthly power generation of 42.43 megawatt was achieved in October 2020, followed by average daily power generation of 48.11 megawatt on 3rd February 2021, which was highest since inception. It also registered highest power generation for any shift of 50.49 megawatt in shift of 30th January 2021. The collective undertook several revival, maintenance and commissioning jobs to ensure equipment availability and reliability for continuous production. These include modification of major pipeline, interconnecting turbo blower cooling water pumps to auxiliary cooling water pumps circuit so as to take care of power plant exigencies and to enhance the reliability of auxiliary cooling water circuit. The sulfuric acid dosing was conducted in cooling water circuit of turbo blowers and steam turbine generators were revived and commissioned to control pH of cooling water for enhancing vacuum in condensers. This facilitated reduction in consumption of steam by these equipments. DCS system was technologically upgraded and successfully commissioned in PBS for Boiler 1 and STGs in BPTG. Provision of steam washing for STGs was developed, erected and commissioned. Protection of house load transformer was implemented through fiber optic network between CPP1 and PBS, which are about 4 kilometers away from each other. Feed control line was erected, tested and commissioned to facilitate smooth hydro testing of all CDCP boilers. Battery charger system in PBS and AVR system of STG2 were revived in-house, resulting in cost saving of Rs 12 lakhs. For easy and wider accessibility of information, SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has now implemented its morning report XENet in ERP system, which was earlier done in NREP system. With the introduction of the new system, the report is now mailed automatically to mail IDs defined in the system. The printed report can be generated from RSP SAP system using T-code ZEXE menu after logging to SAP system. The report has also been available and accessible in the new plant status screen. This new system will enable everybody to get the report as soon as it is prepared by PPC and without logging into SAP system. Report can be accessed through plant status using the given link.
Rourkela Steel Plant, a unit of the Maharatna Company SAIL, completed the first quarter of financial year 2021-22, registering its best ever production in the key areas. During the quarter, RSP produced 9,75,751 tons of hot metal, 9,01,829 tons of crude steel and 8,40,146 tons of saleable steel to achieve the feat. The earlier best performance of the steel plant in all these areas were achieved in the year 2019. Besides, the plate mill rolled out 1,34,505 tons of plates to clock its best ever April-June performance, thereby improving upon its previous best Q1 performance achieved in 2014. The center plants, performing exceedingly well, produced 16,25,232 tons of center to record its best ever Q1 performance. The earlier best of 15,61,460 tons of center production was recorded in 2018. It is noteworthy that the record performance also helped RSP surpass 100 million tons of hot metal recently. By dispatching 8,42,587 tons of saleable steel, RSP clocked its best ever Q1 dispatch, thereby improving upon its earlier best performance of 7,85,048 tons achieved in 2018. The new plate mill dispatched 2,28,414 tons of plates to register its best April-June dispatch. The earlier best of NPM was 2,22,423 tons achieved in Q1 of 2019. Similarly, Hot Strip Mill 1 with a dispatch of 2,95,711 tons of HR coils for sale clocked its best ever April-June dispatch performance. The ERW pipe plant also dispatched 7,638 tons of pipes in the Q1 to register its best first quarter performance with a growth of 25.7% over corresponding period last year. Besides, following the growth trajectory, many major units of the steel plant achieved their best performance in June 2021 and fulfilled APP targets. CPP1 and CPP3 produced an average of 34.39 and 22.67 megawatt hours during the Q1 period, thereby registering a growth of 3.4% and 2.6% respectively over CPLY. The SAIL Mediclaim Scheme 2021-22 has been renewed for a period of 1 year starting from 11th July 2021 to 10th July 2022 with MS New India Assurance Co. Limited. The premium payable for renewal of membership of members below the age of 70 years is Rs 5,055, while for the members in the age group of 70 to 80 years, the premium payable is Rs 3,035. The members in the 80 years and above age group need not have to pay anything as a renewal premium except the enrollment charge of Rs 100. In addition to renewals, the fresh enrollments during the policy period 2021-22, the gap cases, that is, ex-employees who have failed to renew their membership or have never enrolled under SAIL Mediclaim scheme after separation from SAIL, and or those employees who were otherwise eligible in terms of the coverage criteria provided under the SAIL Mediclaim scheme 2021-22 shall also be allowed for enrollment under the scheme for 2021-22 on payment of subsidized premium based on their age category as mentioned above. Fresh enrollments for employees retiring during the policy period 2021-22 and their spouses shall be allowed for coverage under SAIL Mediclaim scheme 2021-22 on payment of pro rata premium. Further, the facility of super top-up has been there for willing ex-employees on payment of full premium on the existing terms and conditions of enrollment in SAIL Mediclaim scheme. The details of the SAIL Mediclaim scheme 2021-22 is available in Sampark website and also on SAIL website www.sail.coin and SAIL Mediclaim portal sail.mdindia.com. The application form for gap cases can be downloaded from Sampark website. The last date for renewal under SAIL Mediclaim scheme and also for gap case enrollment at respective plant unit is 10th August 2021.
An award function was organized at the office of CGM Shops on 7 July to felicitate the employees for their commendable enterprising endeavors. Mr. R.N. Rajendra, CGM Shops, presided over the function and handed the letter of appreciation to 21 employees for successfully repairing driving disc of CDI. Present on the occasion were Mr. Gautam Ganguly, GM Foundry, Mr. S.R. Mohapatra, GM in charge RSM, Mr. Shekhar Narayan, GM Mechanical Shop, and Mr. D.K. Nayak, GM RSM. The function was held in compliance with the COVID-19 protocols. It may be noted that coal dust injection CDI mill for Blast Furnace 4 was installed and commissioned in the year 2013. Since then, the unit had been running successfully till February 2021. There was a breakdown in the coal grinding mill because of the failure of the driving disc, which is of dimension 2700 mm diameter, around 1000 mm in height and weighing around 8 tons. The driving disc was connected with a gearbox and rotated at around 20 rpm. This grinding disc held the grinding bowl weighing 4 tons and cast liners weighing 4 tons, over which 3 steel tires around 3 tons each were rotated for producing fine coal of size around 100 microns as per the specific requirement of blast furnace for achieving a better coke rate for the manufacturing of hot metal. On account of prolonged use, the driving disc had developed crack and the crack had widened up by around 5 to 7 mm radially from one side. The driving disc was beyond repair and hence rejected. The blast furnace department had no spare driving disc for making the mill set right. CDI mill being a critical mill, the idea of its repair was discussed with shops and design department. In view of nodular cast iron material of driving disc, it was jointly decided by shops, design and blast furnace department to repair it through stitching. Accordingly, repair scheme of the crack area was developed for its stitching considering various load factors etc. and was frozen in consultation with CGM Mechanical and the Blast Furnace Mechanical section. The shops collective took the initiative for its repair. The employees including executives of mechanical shop, design department and RSM comprising of Shri Ghanshyam Muduli, Debaranjan Samal, Pavitra Mohan Sahu, Vivek Singh, Sitakant Patro, Bimal Kumar Jena, Kailash Chandra Panda, Damodar Raut, Narendra Kumar Jena, Ratikant Mishra, Soumendra Kumar Mohanty, Kumudar Ranjan Mishra, Jasbir Singh, John Bodra, Raj Kishore Sutar, Surendra Kisan, James Bhumij, Aintu Hemram, Amiya Kumar Parija, Ramchandra Mohanta, Jirga Oram, Rabin Kumar Dash repaired the driving disc in mechanical shop within a record time of 6 days. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant is committed to a clean and green environment. The Horticulture Department of RSP has made ready the saplings of medicinal, fruit-bearing, foliage, fuel and shelter trees variety to be distributed and planted in this monsoon season. This year the plan is to plant 1 lakh saplings both within the steel plant area and in the township. Around 1 lakh saplings would be planted in front of Hanuman Vatika inside the steel plant boundary and 5,000 saplings in different locations of the steel township. In all, 29 species of saplings are being grown like Chatiana, Radha Chuda, Gambhar, Teak, Simaruba, Karanj, Neem, Sunari, Arjun, Aunia, Jarul, Jamun, Mahaneem, Putranjiva, Tabebuya, Bishnu Chuda, Bahara, Mahogany, Silver, Mango, Guava, Sapota, Lychee, Jackfruit, Pomegranate, Amla, Lemon, Custard Apple and Kaintha. It may be noted that the plantation drive commenced with inauguration of Ispat Phal Udyan by Mr. Deepak Chattaraj, CEO RSP on 7 July in front of Jubilee Park in Sector 8, where more than 400 fruit-bearing saplings were planted. Rourkela Steel Plant, since its inception, is working consistently towards making Rourkela a clean and green city. The steel plant has so far planted more than 51 lakhs saplings in and around Rourkela, thereby creating a luxuriant canopy of green and salubrious ambience. The Green Park, a forest park spread over 225 acres, has got more than 2.25 lakhs of plants. Further, the Green Meadows with 84,000 trees, Green Valleys with 66,000 plants, Lagoon Park with 27,000 trees and several others have made the Steel City truly a green city. Now, we bring before you a message addressed to RSP Collective on the occasion of surpassing 100-meter mark of hot metal production.
The Sinter Plan 3 of SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant crossed a major milestone of 25 million ton sinter production on 4th July 2021. It is worth mentioning here that SP3 was commissioned in November 2014. The unit reached 10 million ton production milestone in April 2017 and it went on to reach the 20 million ton mark in January 2020. It is noteworthy that the last 2 million tons of sinter production was achieved in only 7 months. This bears higher significance in view of the huge challenge posed by the pandemic in the recent times. Further, the unit also achieved the best ever monthly production in the month of March 2021 since inception by producing 3,31,630 tons of sinter. The determined efforts of the department collective saw the unit scripting new records and helping the plant scale new highs. Increase in equipment availability with reduction in internal delay and effective utilization of resources were some of the key contributors in the array of success of the plant. In compliance to the COVID guidelines, SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant has been taking all possible measures to mitigate the effects of present and anticipated wave of COVID pandemic. The various initiatives in this direction include proactive sanitization, communication drives, developing treatment facilities as well as augmenting tracing, testing and vaccination. The Public Health Unit of the Town Engineering Department of RSP has been actively engaged in cleaning and decontamination of residential areas and public places. In the present week, different sectors across the Steel Township were sanitized. The public places where disinfection drive was carried out this week included Mahila Police Station Sector 4, police stations at Sector 3, 7, 15 and 19, Booster Pump House situated at IGH Rourkela House, Ring Road in Sector 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 15, 17, 19, 21 and IGH, Nitra Office Market areas of Sector 4, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, Ispat Market, Munda Market, Gajapati Market, China Market, VIP Market, Civil and Electrical Maintenance Booth of Sector 4, 5, 6, 8, 15, 17 and IGH, Town Engineering Office, 33 kV, Electrical Substation, Sector 6, Health Center of Sector 1, 6 and 15, Brahmani Waterworks, Sector 8, Intake Well and Waterworks of Sector 20, Rourkela House, Rourkela Steel Television Center, Durbhavani Bhavan and Ispat Library Sector 19. It may be noted that RSP is making all-out efforts for regular cleaning and sanitizing so as to prevent the anticipated third wave and ensure health safety of the residents of Steel Township.
The innovative and enterprising endeavors of the employees of Oxygen Plant of SAIL, Rourkela Steel Plant, have helped in enhancing the equipment life and availability and reduction of inventory. It may be noted that Oxygen Plant has 2 air compressors, each having capacity of 15,000 Nm³ per hour, make Atlas Copco, and 2 air compressors, each having capacity 13,000 Nm³ per hour, make FS Elliott, which were in continuous operation in Atlas Copco and main air compressor stations, respectively, to cater to 70% requirement of compressed air in RSP. A suction air filter house was installed in input side of each of these air compressors to isolate the atmospheric contaminants before incoming atmospheric air enters the air compressor. These filters were replaced based on differential pressure across suction air filter. In existing filtration system, the frequency of filter replacement was about 6 months. The department collective resolved to improve the filter life beyond 6 months by installing new filter house with provision of self-cleaning arrangement. Technical discussions were organized with reputed filter house manufacturers. Site visit and feasibility of installation of new filter house was studied. Accordingly, suitable filter house specifications were prepared and accordingly 4 sets of filter house, 1 for each of the 4 air compressors, were procured from Messrs. Spectrum Filtration. All filter houses were replaced one by one with necessary in-house modification of suction pipes. Performances of these filter houses was found satisfactory. Since last 6 months of operation, the differential pressure across the suction filters is found to be within limit and there was no need for frequent replacement of the filters. The filters installed in the 4 air compressors are same as those installed in 10 MW 11 kV main air compressor of air separation unit 3. These modified filter houses have not only reduced the frequency of filter replacement but reduced the inventory, thereby bringing about substantial savings for the company. Enforcement measures through surprise checks are continuing inside the steel plant to boost road safety. The main aim is to ensure zero road accident within the plant premises and sensitize employees on road safety. Separate squads comprising senior officers of different departments as well as representatives of CISF and personnel department are conducting surprise checks at different vulnerable places as part of the campaign. On 10th July, a surprise check was organized in the main road near Civil Engineering Services Department. Employees as well as drivers of the external light and heavy vehicles violating the road safety norms were counselled on the spot, especially with regard to maintaining the speed limit. Some of the road safety violators were also penalized. The main objective of the exercise is to get the employees habituated to the road safety culture within the industrial premises by adhering to the safe speed limit as per the Factories Act. Now we bring before you a message addressed to RSP Collective on the occasion of surpassing 100 MT mark of hot metal production. And that's all for now. Namaskar.